Hello YouTube, this is Keith Kevin Ken. It's time again for another pocket dump deconstruction. What you're looking at right now, that is my carry for today. That's my EDC. I took that picture, posted it to Instagram at Keith Kevin Ken just 7 minutes ago. Turned my iPhone 6S Plus to video. It's time to shoot for the Keith Kevin Ken YouTube show, and all you fabulous people. You guys have been great. The comments have been wonderful. Thank you for the thumbs up. Keep thumbing it up. If you're new to this video or you just keep watching these videos and you enjoy them, hit that subscribe button. Become a subscriber. Every 500 subscribers, we'll do something special. We're making our way. We're in the upper 300s, which is great. Thank you all. And I hope you catch all of these. They're all on a playlist on this channel. There's over 60 of them. There's over 70 videos. And we do this every single day. Every single day. And today is Hump Day. Wednesday, April 6, 2016. If Wednesday is Hump Day, then Monday must be Mount Everest Day, right? Because, man, it's hard to get over a Monday. Obviously, most of you are not watching this on Wednesday. For those of you who are, happy Wednesday. For those that you aren't, that's okay. We're going to take apart this carry. We do this every single day, and this is our carry for today. The watch is one of my regular rotations. It's the Concord Impresario. I really like this. I like a well-built watch. This has a see-through back that has a weight to it, especially chronographs. I just love it. I love it. It's manly. Also, I'm going to celebrate today with just a classic H. Upmann. This is the Magnum 46 Cuban cigar. Oh, man. I need to go cigar shopping after taxes. Kevin, after you pay taxes. After I pay taxes. That's all right. Price of being an American. Well worth it. After I pay it. The wallet is one of my regular thin Mont Blanc wallets. I love thin wallets. Don't take up a lot of space. I put that and my Word notepad, usually in my back pocket or in a suit coat inner pocket, and get it out of the way, but very handy. Flask. Today, it's blended scotch. Scotch. Oh, that's going to go well with that H. Upmann at the end of the day. Oh, man. Can't wait for the end of the day. Can I just say that right now? The coin is a real special one. Not that it costs anything special. It's from the U.S. Mint. It's celebrating the Scouts. Of course, I was a Scout about 40 years ago. And you know what has still stuck with me? Trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. Still stuck in my mind. Isn't that something else? And it still is apropos, except I'm not that thrifty and that old obedient thing. I don't know, for me. But, man, what a great organization. The Boy Scouts, I'm very familiar with, from Weeblo to Boy Scout. Don't know much about the Girl Scouts. I'm sure it's just the same, but that's my lucky coin. And, you know, I found that in my coin box and just, I don't know, I just felt good about it. That's my lucky coin today. And now let's get to the carry. Yes, I could probably do one of these at least 16 days. This is the Spyderco Copa. I don't know if I've shown you this Copa before, but I really love it. It's the jig bone Copa, that brown, that dark brown and brown scales. I just love it. Copa, there's only 1,600 of these that exist. 600 of these. Only 600 of these exist. So that means only 599 are left in the world. The Copa VG10 has that wonderful Spyderco leaf blade. I love the choil on these little things. There are 16 knives in the set. Yes, I now have a complete set. And each of the knives have the exact same profile except for the scales. All 16 different scales. I really like this jig bone scale. This is my keychain knife. I always have a keychain knife. Hook on my nice little silver loop and my 3 keys and I'm good to go. It usually gets the most use. This is the knife everyone sees in the office, at the bar, whatever. My medium carry that does, well, you know what? I'll wait about this. There is sort of kind of a knife that got away from my medium carry, but actually it's a medium knife that I got that I call my Boy Scout knife, and I'll show you that a little later on. This, though, is the Hinderer. XM18 is the 3-inch Hinderer. Man, I love this Hinderer. I love the Hinderer, plain and simple. I love the small one. I guess, even with my big Michelin Man hands, I really do like these medium to small knives. And I guess because I'm in an office all the time, I just love them. I guess because they also just seem more old-timey. That's why I like the Copa. Just, to me, with these current day materials, it still has a older vibe to it. And the medium knives do too to me. I just remember playing with my grandfather's knives, the medium ones. Of course, I love all kinds of knives and have a lot of biggies. But this, of course, there's nothing old about a great flipper like this, right? It really does flip too. It is clear that Hinderer heard all of the criticisms about the flippers and have solved it. This has gray G10 scales. I love the pivot. I love the simple screw pivot. You need to tighten it, get an edge of a coin and tighten it, or a regular screwdriver. I really love that. Tie lock side, which looks beautiful. The clip is so functional. I mean, is it a beautiful clip? No, but here's another thing I like about the Hinderer. If you guys have not had a Hinderer in your hand, you need to get it in your hand. They really are worth buying. They used to be very difficult to get. He would sell only directly in the past. He would sell only directly to service people, army, policemen, etc. And so they were hard to get, usually on the secondary market. Now, he has a pretty wide distribution chain. Blade HQ, Knife Arts, a lot of other people. And so you can get a new Hinderer, which is great because they used to be very hard to get, which meant the prices went through the roof. I also like Hinderer. I don't mess with my knives a lot. I'm just old-fashioned that way. And my son, when he gets all my knives, and my daughters, they can mess with them. When my grandkids get them, that was me flipping. They can do whatever they want with them. I love seeing pimp knives. I respect people who have that creativity to play with the knives. I just like mine the way that I got it. But saying that, Hinderer has these wonderful, the plates for the adjustable clip. They have skulls and different colors and all kinds of stuff. I really, really like Hinderers. And they let you just customize your own by buying the pieces. Standoffs, really wonderful. You blow through it and it gets clean. Flipper's wonderful. I S30V steel. I love the acid stone wash. Some people just do it right. Some people can do acid stone wash and it pops like crazy. Browse Blades does great acid stone wash. Hinderer does. I'm going to talk about my custom knife there as the big carry, and we'll talk about that blast. But there you go. That's the Hinderer. It's my medium carry. Rick Hinderer is a rock star in the knife biz. Oh, man. Gray G10. 3 inches, XM 18. Oh, I really like that. Only have 3 Hinderers. I used to talk about Hinderers like I had 20 of them. And then one day I looked at them and, no, Kevin, they're just 3. But boy, do I love those 3. That's my word, notepad. And this, my friends, as you guys know, I love production knives. But I have 2 custom knives. This was my very first custom knife. I'll tell you, I love custom knives. Do not get me wrong. I love custom knives. The problem is, how you have to get them drives me insane. So knowing the kind of person I am, I just don't have a bunch of customs. Here's the reason. First, you got to get on the books. Usually the books are already full. When I see a knife I love, I can't get on the books. Second, it takes, 6 months to a year to get your knife or more. And you don't know when it's coming. So when it does, you have to hustle to get the money if you don't have it already in the bank. I love to see the stories of people and hear the stories of people who do the hunt for customs. I love the custom process that others go through. I really love it. I could never go through the process. That's just Kevin, okay? But I love hearing about it. I watch all of the YouTube custom videos. I really love them. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't rush to sell knives to make the payment at the last minute. I need to know. So when I get psyched over a knife, I buy it and then I try to express it in because I just have no patience. I want it in my hands. This, however, I got it and I was just lucky. For some reason, I had money. I don't know if I got a bonus or something. And I'm on Instagram. I love Instagram. Especially if you love knives, you should get on Instagram. And I saw this Robert Carter Generalist pop up. It was from the maker, Robert Carter. And someone had ordered it. He had finished it. And they bugged out on him. And so he did an auction. And I was flush with cash right at the right time. I saw it early. I bid on it and got it because I had heard everyone say the Generalist was so great. And let me just tell you about this. I'm going to talk about the knife. I keep telling you stories about it. Here's the great part of custom knife making that you do miss when you do production knives like Spyderco's or Chris Reeve or whatever. I know Chris Reeve, you can do some specials on his knives, but a full custom. And I know all custom makers aren't like this, but Robert Carter is a pure gentleman. If I could get all of my custom knives from a guy like him, I would wait forever. I was lucky. This came up, I liked it, I had the money, I bought it, and I got it in 2 days. How about that? But let me tell you about a custom maker that has a heart like, and I don't know this guy, I just bought a knife from him, okay? I don't run in his circles, I haven't met him at Blade Show or anything. So I bought the knife, he told me I was a winner, I said thank you, and he said, man, you know, this Generalist has a plain clip on it. And for the price you got, I want to make a special clip. Do you mind? I said, no. It was early in the morning. I went to work. And throughout the morning, he was in his shop. He was showing me the process of him making this clip. From the raw materials to him putting it down. He kept sending me emails of the clip. It was unfreaking believable. He gets it down. He says, oh, this is the prettiest clip I've ever made. I'm so proud of this clip. He put it on there and sent it to me. It comes with a handwritten note from him saying thank you for buying the product. Man, I love this guy and I don't even know him. It is the Generalist, one of the ones that made him very, very famous. It's number 9. He has his initials sketched in and the 9 in it. It's the number 9 Generalist. Oh, man, it's beautiful. It's got that bronze, and I'll tell you, you get a little bit of purple in it as well. I know this iPhone isn't showing it that much. Talk about acid. I don't know what the steel is. I don't know what the steel is here, but man, it's so beautiful. That sheep's foot, blade shape. The jimping, man. It digs in but doesn't hurt. It's just perfect. I get it. I get why you get a custom knife. I just don't have the patience. Man, I would love to collect all of his knives. The problem with custom knives is not with the maker. The problem is it's hard to get it right from the maker. And if you don't, then they literally, this knife, I've seen it in the secondary market for 3 times what I paid for it. About 3 times what I paid for it. That's ridiculous. And it has a simple clip instead of mine. Anyway, it's full tie. It's anodized. It has that wonderful lock. It's a wonderful knife, you guys. Sharp, perfect, and that experience and story. Oh, man. A nice steel, flush backspace. I get it. I know why custom knives are so wonderful. I would love to have a case of custom knives. One day, I for some reason, I think every now and then that I'll probably find someone on Instagram and say, I'll give you a case of Pelican case of knives of Chris Reeves. You give me some customs, and I end up with some custom knives. I'll do something like that one day. One day. Please don't comment about trades. I'm not into that either at this point, but one day maybe. But that's a wonderful knife. Sorry I went on and on, but you know what? Robert Carter, if you're going to buy from him. He's a wonderful guy. And I don't know him. I just know that his customer service was unbelievable, off the charts. There you have it, folks. That right there is my EDC carry. It's the Copa, the Jigbone Copa. Of course, that's a Hinderer XM18 3-inch. And one of 2 of my custom knives out of 500 knives. I only have 2 customs. And that by far is wonderful, from the wonderful gentleman, Robert Carter. It's the Generalist. It's number 9 of his Generalist with that wonderful clip. If you ever follow me on Instagram, and you can at Keith Kevin Ken, whenever I take a picture of this, I always have that clip because the clip is special to me. All right, that's it. That's what I posted to Instagram. That's my carry. But this ain't Instagram. And did you see how I had to flip that with the wrist? That's a problem with this knife. This is my second custom knife. This is my Tom Britton Tango 2. It's custom. You can tell it's custom, and I bet you can't see that. I can't see it through this viewfinder. I'm sure you can't either. But right there, maybe you make it out. It's hand sketched into the blade, Britton. His signature. It's not one of those fancy little stamps. He hand stamps it in, Britton, so you know it's right. I'm going to show you what the Britton Tango 1 looked like. It's kind of sad. I'm going to show you why, because the Tango 1 was knocked off, and I'll show you that. I learned about the Britton Tango from a YouTube channel that had him on talking about how he hated being ripped off and accused someone ripping him off. So then I looked, this came my way. Again, secondary market came my way. It wasn't that much overpriced, so I bought it and got it in 2 days, express mail. So that's why I bought this one. And I was intrigued by the story. It's really nice. It's all gray. Look how carved out it is. Is that wonderful? Oh, I mean, it's just so well done. The clip, I don't like how the clip comes up because you can't feel it, but man, isn't it wonderful? Tip up, tip down, right hand carry. Oh, I don't know what that gray coating is, but it's really wonderful. S35V steel, I believe. it's just a wonderful knife. It feels good. I don't carry it that much. I'll tell you, when I got it, it has to be the dullest knife I've ever bought. It's just dull. And I'm not the greatest at sharpening knives. Usually I take the lazy man's way out. When it gets dull, I just switch knives. Just when I have beater knives, I do that. So I have not sharpened this up yet. I'll probably send it away or something, get it sharpened. That is the Britton. Those are my two custom knives. That's the knife that got away because I wanted a custom knife. It's a little lighter than this, but a little fatter. Plus, it's dull, so I couldn't really use it. So, of course, I went with my Generalist. Remember I told you that's the Tango 2? Here's... This is Kaiser. This is one of the earlier Kaisers. Kaiser was a Chinese, I don't know if they're probably still a Chinese company, but they weren't in the U.S. Now Kaiser is in the U.S. You can go to Blade HQ. They have so many knives, so many different kind of knives. This was exactly like Britton's Tango 1. And so Britton accused them of stealing. Except for the pivot, which he changed in the second. The pivot, his other pivot looked exactly like this. Look at it. Screw placement, hole, flipper. The studs are flat. I don't know in the first one if his studs were flat instead of pointy. Look at the blade profile. You flip it over. This only has tip down carry, but look, same clip. I hate it the same way I hated this one. It goes up right here. The stop pin, everything is the same, guys. And on the Tango 1, it had this flush. And so he came out with the Tango 2. So let me talk about both of these. First of all, I really like this. Flip's worth crap. Okay? I mean, you have to do your risk on a Britton. And I've seen online that's one of the criticisms of the Britton. He is a great custom maker. He has a wonderful website. You should check him out. He has other knives. This was Kaiser, so everyone kept talking about the Kaiser. So I went on Amazon and bought this Kaiser for way less than $100. This was around $450. Man, it flips like a dream. It says it's S35V in steel, and I'll tell you, people who have reviewed it say it is S35V in steel. Man, it's a knockoff. It's a beautiful knockoff. Man, I have to admit it. I'm sorry. Chinese knockoff. Now Kaiser is legit. They have a lot of different knives, but you have to admit, very similar. Very similar. The only difference, and this is such a knock, and I'm sorry because I love my Tom Britton, is it flips better. Okay, and it came sharper. So that's my carry. These are knives that got away. I just wanted to show you my second custom and the ripoff. And then here's my last knife. It's not a knife that got away, but I actually, guys, have a big collection of case knives. And at some point, I need to start showing them to you. You know, when I carry a case knife, I have to put it in one of my Chris Reeve sheaths because they don't have clips on them. Some of the modern ones do. This is a great, man, I love this trapper. It has that bone stag. And look at this. This one has, I don't have anything that says Devin Thomas Damascus, but I have a lot of Devin Thomas raindrop Damascus, and that's what this looks like. Sometimes you can get a case without good Damascus. This has wonderful Damascus. What a wonderful trapper. The reason I'm showing this actually is because I showed you the Boy Scout coin. To me, the reason I love this, I actually bring it out and play with it all the time, is, to me, this is an old man's Boy Scout knife. No, it's not exactly like the Boy Scout knife, but I always think of it. I have about 6 trappers for that reason. This is by far my fancy one. But man, I just needed to bring it out because once I picked that coin, I had to bring out my trapper. I have, I don't know, maybe 20 case knives. I really love them. I need to start showing them. I just haven't carried them that much. I wanted them in my collection for my kids and grandkids because they really remind me of my grandfather and father. And so that's why I have them, but I know I don't show them to you guys that much. There you have it, folks. That is today's Pocket Dump deconstruction. Thank you for all of your time. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Comment. I get back to you. Sometimes it's a day or so delay because I'm working, but I will get back to you. I really love you guys. Thanks. Thumbs it up. Thank you for all your time. You guys have a perfect day. Please keep those pockets full. Goodbye.